In today's session, we are going to discuss about the basic commands in Python. Till last session, we were discussed about what is Jupyter Notebook, what are the different shortcuts and all we were discussed in the discuss about the what are the different what is the Jupyter Notebook, what are the different shortcuts, how to write the program in Jupyter Notebook. We were discussing last session. In today's session, explicitly in Jupyter Notebook, we are starting to perform some basic commands in Python. So always remember, guys, always remember, before we are writing Python code, we always, not only Python language, any language, be it a Java, be it a .NET, be it a XYZ tool, any tool, before we are writing the syntax and all, just to try to understand the basic prerequisites to learn, what to learn, what are things we need to know, what should we know. So these are things. So first of all, here also in Python also, before you code yourself, few points we need to learn about it. First point is a Python is a case sensitive. What do you mean by case sensitive? That means if I write the new word is not same as the new word. So here in the first new word, n is the capital. The second new word, n is the small. So case sensitive means that it may show the difference between the capital letters versus small letters. It may show some difference between the capital letters versus small letters. So while writing the variable names and different function names in Python, variable names and function names, always you must be very careful. You must be very careful while writing these function names and all. So variable names, function names and all. So always remember the point, guys. Python is a case sensitive. Not while writing the variable names, function names, you need to be very careful. For an example, one of the function is print. Print always write in the small letters. Always write in the small letter. But here we have written the capital letter. Here we have written the capital letter. P is the capital letter. It may throw an error. It may throw an error. So suppose how do you perform these kind of things in Python? Let's say, how do you perform these kind of things in Python? So for an example, batch is the July batch. July batch. Let's say today's code will be, let's say I'm just open the Jupyter Notebook. Now I hope everyone know about how to open the Jupyter Notebook. Suppose I'm writing the 2 plus 3. Just enter the shift enter. The input 1, output is the 2. For an example, I'm writing the print. Welcome to KSR Consulting Service. Welcome to KSR Data Vision. KSR Data Vision is our parent company. Or just for data science projects, we do use the data science. So just print it. Here, can you tell me we have used the print is a small letter or capital letter? We have used the print is the small letter, not the capital letter. What if I use the print is the capital letter? Print of, with the, let's say, welcome to data world. Will it work or will it throw an error? So will it work or will it throw an error? What do you say?
It will throw the error, sir.
It will throw an error. Why? Because print and capital P and small p both are not the same. Both are the case sensitive. It is a case of, it is a case sensitive. It throws an error. Here the name error says that name print is not defined. Print is not defined. That's fine. Print is not defined. So print is not defined. So okay, that's fine. So now for an example, what about 20 into 50? What about now? It will work? Yes. Print of 16 plus 89. What about now, guys? Will it work? It throws an error. Will it work? I will throw an error. What do you say? Come
It
on.
will work. It will work,
It will
sir.
work.
It will work,
It will
sir.
work. It will work. 16 plus 89. It is going to be 105. It is going to be 105. Print of 16 plus 89. Now for an example, print of, what about now? Print of 16 plus 90. What about now? Will it work or throws an error?
It throws an error.
It throws an error.
Throws an error. The print is not
Error.
defined. So some of the application will come to. So what about now? First one will work. So can you tell me which part? I mean, which number doesn't work here? Which point doesn't work? What about first point? Will it work?
Yes.
What about second point? Will work?
Yes.
Yes.
What about third
Yes,
point?
sir.
Work?
It is working.
Yes.
What about fourth point?
It will not work.
It will
It
not
is
work.
work.
It won't work because
Mhm.
here the P is the capital letter.
Capital letter.
What about the fifth one and sixth one? It work. It should work.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Okay. So let's start the first topic. Let's start the first topic in the Python. So this is the very first topic in the Python. So first topic in the Python is keywords and identifier. Keywords and identifiers. So let's try to understand. So what do you mean by keywords and what do you mean by identifier? In this point, we are going. Identifier is nothing but name, whatever the names which is keywords is also called as a reserved word, which are the reserved words which cannot be changed. It will be always constant. Identifiers, simple. Whatever the names which are given to variables and functions. So, which means to say identifiers will help us to create the variables and functions. Now you may ask a question, sir, what do you mean by variables and what do you mean by functions? We will discuss. How can you differentiate the variables and functions? We will discuss now. Okay, so let's discuss the keywords first. Keywords is nothing but keywords are the reserved words. We cannot use the keywords as a variable name, function name, or any identifier. Keywords are the reserved words. Keywords are the reserved words in the Python. With the help of keywords, we cannot use the variable name, function name, or any other identifier. So the keywords help us, these mainly measure the reasons the keywords to help us to define the syntax and structure of the programming language. To define the syntax and structure of the programming language. So to define some syntax or to write some structure of the Python programming language, we are going to use the keywords. As we mentioned, as a Python language is a case sensitive. Of course, here keywords are also case sensitive. Here the keywords are also case sensitive. Here the keywords are the case sensitive in the given data. There are almost 33 keywords are in the 3.735 keywords are there in the Python language. If you remember, these are the keywords. These are the keywords list. Except these three, which are in the red color, false, none, true. All the keywords except false, none, and true are in the lower case. Remaining all are in the lower case. They must be written as they are. For an example, global, always write this. These are the keywords. For an example, here we have one of thing is called def. What is the use of def? To define the user defined functions or to create the user defined functions, we can use the def. For an example, global. You want to access the variable from anywhere, we can use the global. From is nothing but from and import. To import the module names or like module names or packages into Python, we can use this from. If, else, all these things are conditional statements. For and while are looping statement. For and while are the looping statement. Try, finally, try, where is the finally? Can you see, somewhere is might have seen the finally. Try, finally, except. These are the exception handling statements. R is in. These are things which are apply some conditions we can use. Return, to return the value we can do. Rise means any exception we can use the rise. Sir, we are not able to understand. We are not able to follow all this. Don't worry. We can explain you all these the keywords in the we one by one when the topic comes. Okay. Okay. So uh, okay. Let's say what are the different examples? Keywords in the these are the keywords in the example. So okay, so sir, I want to know what is the keywords. So let me explain it. So let me explain it one by one example. List of keywords in the Python. I want to show, sir. Can you show me the Python? Where is the list of keywords? Keywords, as we just mentioned, keywords are the reserved words. We cannot use keywords as a variable name, function name, or any other identifier. So these are the list of the keywords. So the keywords may get altered in different versions of the Python. Whatever the keyword list, it may get altered in different versions of Python. Some may get added or some might be removed. You can always get the list of keywords in your current version. Whatever the current version you are using the Python. Maybe currently you are using the Python 3.8. Someone using the Python 3.7. You want to get the current list of keywords in your current version just by typing the what you need to do, import keyword. Just import the keyword, import keyword, import keyword. So what we are in print keyword dot from the keyword. These are the keywords which are in the current list: false, none, true. These are the values. These are the values. Rise with, maybe you are using the 9 3.8, you might have different thing, maybe added or deleted. So, but these are the in my current, whatever the current version which we are using at this point, these are the list of keywords which are available in this. These are the list of keywords. For an example, description, for example, true or false. True or false, for an example, true or false. These are true or false are the truth values of the truth values in Python. They result the comparison operator. For an example, they result the comparison operators. True and false. For an example, 1 is equal to 1 is equal to means comparison with double equal to 1 is equal to 1. I can explain again, don't worry. We'll discuss this topic in detail again, don't worry. 1 is equal to 1. What does it mean? Here double is equal to means to compare something we are going to use the double is equal to. What does it mean? Double is equal to nothing but to compare something. So 1 is equal to 1. I'm comparing two elements. I'm comparing. What is the answer? It will be, guys. What is the answer? It will be. Is it true or false? The truth value. Both are same or different,
True.
guys? True.
True, sir.
1 is equal to 10. What about now?
False.
False.
It is false.
False. It should be the false. Okay. 1 is equal to 10. It is the false. For an example, 5 greater than 3. What about now?
True.
True.
True or false? For an example, true or false? What about now? True. 10 less than or equal to 1? False. 3 greater than 7? False. True and false. It should be the false. And means unconditional. False. See the first three statements. What are the three statements? True. The interpreter returns, for example, let me write 1 is equal to 1. 5 greater than 3. True or false. 10 less than or equal to 1. Whatever the one. 3 greater than 7. True and false. I'm just writing all these notes. The first three statement. The first three statement. We can see the first three statements are the true. The first three statements are the true. 1 is equal to 1, 5 greater than 3. The interpreter return the true. 1 is equal to 1, 5 greater than 3, true or false. And the return false for the remaining three. Remaining three statement return the false because which condition is not satisfied. In Python, true is nothing but 1. In Python language, true is nothing but true always indicate the 1. False always indicate the 0. False always indicate the 0. So false always indicate the 0. So that's the meaning of the true and false. So are you clear about the truth? Are you clear about these two statements? So first we discuss about the true and false. So I'm just repeating one more time. True and false are truth values. They are the resultant of comparison operators or logical operators. Let me write down in the here itself so that you can explain. We're just discussing about the true, right? So true and true comma false. I'm just writing the true comma false. Just mark down to mark down. So I'm just writing the here itself. Let me write down the statement. True and false are truth values. Truth values in Python. First point. Second point is going to be they are the results of comparison operations. Comparison operations are logical operations. The results of comparison operators are logical operators. This is some example. So these are the two keywords which are discussed. Are you clear about the two keywords? So always true indicate written one in Python. True in Python. Okay, let me write down. In Python, true and false. Let me write down this way. True and false in Python is same as 1 and 0. That means true returns 1, false returns 0. That is the meaning. True returns 1, false returns. False are the truth values. They are result of comparison operation or logical operator. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any doubt on this point? Perfect. True is equal to 1. So for an example, true always return the 1. So maybe I can write in this way also. True is equal to 1 always. False is equal to 0. Plus true. What is the answer, guys? True plus false. What is the answer, guys? Can anyone think about this? True is equal to 1, false is equal to true plus 2. The answer will be 2. True plus false. The answer will be 1. False plus false. The answer will be. Can anyone think what is the answer for the false plus false?
0.
What is 0?
0.
0.
0.
That's what. 0. True plus true is the 2. True plus false. True is the 1. False is equal to 0. True plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. False plus false 0. That is the meaning of true and false of the given things. Are you clear about this too? Okay. We will discuss about again these operators and all. None. What is the next one? Is the none. None is a special constant in Python. None is the okay. Let me explain the none. So none is this is the keyword. None means this is the keyword. The third keyword. First we discuss the false and true. This is the none is the none keyword. Okay. None is a special constant Python. None is a special constant in Python. Okay, just type Janita marker so that whenever going forward, if you want to use this just document, you can refer it. So no need to refer any other book and all. Just you can refer this document, IPython Jupyter notebook. You can easily understand. Oh, keywords. This is what Koti has explained the keywords. Okay, none is a special constant in Python. Special constant that represents absence of a value or null value. Absence of null value on the given data. So if it is an object of its own data type, it is a none type. We cannot create multiple none object, but it can assign to variables. This variable equal to one equal to other. Simple to say. So okay, let's take an example. None is equal to 0. What will happen? False. None is equal to, let's say, square bracket. None is equal to false. True, false one. X is equal to none. Y is equal to none. We can assign to multiple objects, right? X is equal to Y. True. That means X is the value is none. Y values are none. X is equal to Y. Just we are comparing the true values of the given data. Two values of the given data. So these are the values of the given data. These are the sum of the values of the given data. Okay. So let me give an example of another example. And or not. And or not. Another keywords are and or. Any questions, guys? Yeah.
Koti,
Yeah.
what happens if we print X and Y?
X and Y, it will print none only. See here what will happen. Print of X. None. Print of Y also it will be the none only.
Okay. What is the type of X and Y? Is it
Type will be
integer?
non-type only. No, no, it never be integer. Type of X means data type basically. Non-type. The data
Okay.
type of each non-type. So
Sure.
don't worry guys, type we'll discuss in the next session. So type of X is equal non-type. What is a non-type? We don't have any type here. So we don't have any type. We'll discuss about this, sir. What do you mean by type and all? And or not. And or not. These are the what do you mean by guys? Do you have ever read about and or not? What do you mean by and or not? What kind of operators are?
Logical operators.
Yes, and or not are the logical operators in Python. Logical operators in Python. And okay, logical operators. And will return true and will result into true only if both operands are true. Only if both operands are. The truth table. What is the table? For example, the truth table will be like this. The board, so that you can have better understanding. So A means the truth table of and A, B. So B A is one operator, operand. B is another variable or object. A and B. A and B. Okay. A is true. B is also true. Then A and B value is the true. A is true. B is false. What about now? It is going to be the false. A is false. B is true. It is going to be the false. A is false. B is false. What about this one? It is going to be the false. It is going to be the false. This is the AND object. What about OR case? OR case. Same. A, B, A or B. True. What about true? Both are true. What is the answer, guys? You might have studied in the school days. It will be the true only.
It will be true.
True, false will be true. False, true will be true only. So if the both the condition is satisfied, then only it will the in the AND case. What happens if the both the conditions are true, then only the true. If one condition true, other condition false, it will always give the false. Either of the one condition is true, it will give always true. False, false. What about now?
False. False.
False. Here, what about is it? It should be false. It should be true. It should be the. This is the OR condition. So are you clear about this? So AND condition. If the both operands are true, then it's true in AND. If one of the operand is true, then it will be even it will be true in the OR condition. Okay. What about not? What about not? Not A. Not. A is nothing but not A. True is nothing but opposite. False. False is nothing but
True.
false is nothing but opposite basically. A is not A. Opposite. Negations basically. Okay. Let's say, let me explain you the. So, okay, let me explain the one example. So let me explain the true. Okay, true and false. What is the option? What is the answer? So both the conditions
False.
are true or false only. Both are true, then only true. For an example, true or false. What about now?
True.
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 Not false means what is the answer?
True.
Not false is nothing but true. Not false is nothing but true. Okay. There are the remaining keywords also we have. Remaining keywords we have, but we will cover. I will cover these keywords with the different. I mean, when we reach the time, you will not able to understand the first class about all the keywords. it may really difficult to. Once we complete the entire Python course with the help of each keyword, I can explain some example. Then you might have some better understanding about the keywords. Okay. Okay. So now let's. Are you clear about the keywords? How many keywords we have? So can you tell me what is the code to get the keywords in the current version? So we need to import. What we have done? We need to import. Where is that keyword list? So import keyword. Print keyword dot keyword list. Keyword list. These are the keyword list. So maybe it may add or it may be deleted, depends on the version to version. It may change. It might add or it might be deleted. But of course, it is a purely depends on version to version. It is a purely depends on version to version of the given data. Perfect. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt on this point? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Can we able to count those keywords with the function called count?
Count directly, we don't have a function direct, but we have one thing called length is the one function. So we have a length keyword dot queue list 35. Length means
Count is
length. Count doesn't. We don't have a count function directly here. Length is nothing but
Python
count.
no. Okay.
Count, there is no direct function called count. There is a function called counter is there, but we need to use a separate library. But here count is nothing but length function.
Okay. Okay.
Length of keyword dot keyword list, which is nothing but 35. 35. Total is 35. You can count it if you want. Perfect. Here also you can check it. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 into 5, 35. That's what we can write here. Right? Makes sense? Same. False, none, true. False, none, true. And as asset. And as asset. And as asset async. Right? Await break class. From here on I complete. Await break class. Continue def del. Elif else. Elif else. Except finally. For from global. For from global. If import in is lambda non-local is lambda non-local, not r pass, rise return try, while with yield. These are the values 30 exactly same. Make sense? Maybe if you use in your current version, maybe you are in the latest. I'm using the 3.7. If you are in the latest version, it may be added or it may be not added or it may be deleted also. But these are the keywords less likely chances to delete, which are most important one. Okay, perfect. Are you clear about the? Are you clear about these things? I mean keywords. Any questions about the keywords, guys? Any questions, Rangaraja? Any questions about the keywords? Hemant Reddy, Jagan, Kushal. Yeah, go ahead, please go ahead.
Are these case sensitive?
Yeah, yes, definitely the case sensitive. Except these three, that is the first point. I validated in the red color, right? False, none, true. These three keywords which starts with the capital letters, remaining and all the keywords which are in the small letters.
Okay.
This is what I mentioned the first point also. This is the first point. Keywords are case sensitive. In Python, keywords are the case sensitive. Except the red color. That's what I violated here, the red color. Okay, perfect. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt?
Yeah, Koti Ranga here.
Yes,
Koti,
yes.
that keyword list we have specified to get that right. What others we have like keyword lists? Something like keyword dot. Suppose even when we try to get
I
what
mean,
others.
so if you want to get understand keyword dot, just
Yeah,
press the tab. Only is keyword or not. For an
okay.
example,
There too. Okay, got
true.
it. Yeah.
True. For an example, if I write something, keyword dot is keyword. For an example, if I write the false, it is a keyword or no?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
False. It is false. Why? Because for an example, if I write the keyword dot keyword, or maybe if I write the quote, it is a false. Keyword quote is not a keyword. It will check is a keyword yes or no. True or false.
Okay. Yeah, each keyword is a kind of procedure or functions. How can we
Function
treat it
only.
actually?
Anything
Function.
anything you write in a parenthesis bracket, that is called as function.
Then keyword is a package, is it?
Keyword is a package, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Thanks for it.
Yeah. So what is the package that we'll discuss later, because we have not covered the just very first class of the Python only. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Perfect. Now, okay. Now we are clear about the keywords. Let me explain you about the. Are you clear about the keywords? Any doubt, guys? Any doubt about the keywords, guys? Everyone, are you clear? Okay. If you are clear about the keywords, then let me move on to the next point. So identifier is a name which is given entities like class, function, variables. Alright, identifiers, it helps us to differentiate from one entity to other entity. It help us to differentiate one entity to other entity. One entity to other entity. And it is help us to differentiate from one entity to other entity. So what are the rules? Identifier can be a combination of, very important point, guys. You have to focus here. Very important. Identifiers can, I'm just for your understanding point, I've written each and every line. So identify the combination of lowercase letters. Lowercase means small a to z. R uppercase capital A to z. R digits 0 to 9. Sorry, mass 1000. 1000 also will be in the range of 0 to 9 only, right? So how? 1000 means 1,000. The zeros are 0 only, right? 1 is nothing but part of 0. R underscore. So simple to say, it is a combination of lowercase, uppercase. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Koti. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, perfect. Okay. Identifiers. Okay, identifier is a combination of lowercase, uppercase, digits, R and underscore. Some of the valid example. My name. So some of the valid examples are my name. So if you is the my name is nothing but it is starting with the lowercase my. That is part. Where underscore 10 or where underscore 10. Okay. Print, this is the screen. But some of the very important points you need to remember. Identifier cannot start with the digits. Something like 9 underscore where. We cannot start. 10 underscore ABC or 10 ABC. It will not. So identifier cannot start with these things. Keywords. What are the keywords? 35 keywords we just discussed. Those keywords cannot be used as an identifier. For an example, global, maybe true, maybe async. These things may not be used as the identifiers. Except underscore, we cannot use any other special symbols. Except underscore, we cannot use any other special symbols. So like these things, we cannot use. Only one special symbol we can able to use underscore. Only one special symbol. So it can be of any length. Any length. Maybe there is no restriction 32 character or 40 characters. It can be maybe 100 characters also you may write. Sir, is it limit to 100? No. You can write anything. There is no limit of this. So I'm just repeating again for your very important point. These set of rules will help us to create the variables, as well as these set of rules will help us to create the function. The same set of rules we need to follow while creating the variables and the functions. So some of the things we need to write. So identifiers can be a combination of letters in lowercase or uppercase. So what happens? So let me write down the here. So identifier. So you can write as a markdown so that you can easily understand the code also. So identifier is a name An identifier is a name given to entities like class, function, functions, and variable names. Are you able to follow me? Are you able to follow me? So to differentiate, we can use it help us to differentiate from one entity. It helps to differentiate from one entity to another entity. Helps to differentiate from one entity to other entity. So some of the rules we need. Yeah.
Are you writing anything? Actually, screen has been struck. Actually, I'm seeing only identifiers.
Yeah, it's happened to me as well for a long time.
I don't know what is the issue.
Latency issue. I think you have
not sure.
low bandwidth. Your side looks like low bandwidth.
Okay, let me 1 second.
We are able to see the screen, sir.
Yeah, we too can see the screen, but the screen is identifiers now. Actually, he's
writing the code. I'm writing the code.
Yeah, but we cannot see that.
Okay, we still can see the slide, not you.
Yes.
I don't know the reason. I mean, is everyone the same? Now, can you tell me what you are seeing? What are you able to see?
Identifiers help us to differentiate one
The slide, the slide.
No, that means someone can able to see my Jupyter notebook. That means there is a problem from your end.
Yeah.
Koti, we see the slide. Which talks about.
That is a problem from your end, Sai.
No, sir. So see, from my side also, for me also, it is saying something.
Wait, please.
Koti, we are using high bandwidth network only.
No, even I am using high bandwidth only.
Yeah, now it's changed. Yeah.
What we can able to see, guys? Tell me.
Now you are showing that participants.
Participant.
Jupyter notebook. It's a Jupyter notebook.
1 second, please. I have opened the Jupyter notebook. So how many of you able to see Jupyter notebook?
For me, it is showing Jupyter notebook only.
Yeah.
Jupyter
notebook.
Yeah.
If I see, yeah. Suppose if I'm just writing the rules to write. Now what about now? Can you show me? Can you read what I have written?
Rules to writing.
Rules to writing.
Identifier.
Sai, what about now? Can you read what about now?
Nothing you are writing, sir.
No. Sai, what? Can you tell me what I have written? Identifiers.
Yeah, Koti, now.
Now I can see the Jupyter.
Yes, Koti. Yeah. Now just Jupyter. Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you. I think some issue. I'm sorry. Which is something which is not in our control. I'm really sorry. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss about the rules for writing identifiers. Identifiers can be a combination of letters in lowercase A to Z, small a to Z, or uppercase capital A to Z, or digits 0 to 9, or underscore symbol. Cannot start with digits 0 to 9. With digits. Cannot start with the digits. Or cannot start with it can be any length. Can be. So these are some rules too. While writing the rules, we need to follow. For an example, one of the keywords cannot be the global is equal to 1. 1 is a value which is assigned to global. It will throw an error. Why? Because global is a keyword. Can you able to see my screen right now?
Koti is still, we are
Yes.
stuck up in the Jupyter. Now it's, I think the loading is taking more time.
So guys, is everyone facing the problem or only one person is facing the problem?
Only few people.
I don't know. I mean, only few people means, can you please log off and log in again? Can you please log off and log in again?
Okay.
Can you please log off and log in again? Okay. So here global is equal to 1. What does it mean? Global, it throws, it says the syntax error. Why it is throws syntax error? So as we mentioned that keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Here global is a keyword. We have used the global is a keyword. So it's throwing an error. It's throwing an error. For an example, a@ 0. What about now? Will it work or will it throws an error? Will it work or will it throws an error? What about now?
Error.
Why? Why?
We are using @ symbol.
We are using the @ symbol. Ideally, which symbol we need to use?
Underscore.
Underscore. Here A is not defined. Here see the arrow mark also which indicating the error. Here the arrow mark also which indicating the error. The arrow mark also which indicating the error here in this case. The arrow mark which indicating the error. So as we need to remember the few points while writing this. As we already mentioned, Python is a case sensitive. So the keywords except true, false, none, remaining all other keywords we must have to write in lowercase letters. For an example here, world is not same, both are not the same. World and words are not the same. Always give the identifier a name that makes sense. For an example, A is equal to 10. 10 is a value which is assigned to A. Of course, it is a valid, but instead of A is equal to 10, for an example, you have given the count is equal to 25, which would make more sense. So if you give the proper name, identifier name, will give more sense. Even layman can able to understand. If you give simple one-letter words, people may not able to understand. People may not able to understand. So always you need to give the proper name. A is equal to 10 is a valid name. Count is equal to 25, which would make more sense rather than single letter. Suppose you have multiple words. You have a multiple words which can be separated using an underscore symbol. So multiple words. For an example, this is a long variable. This is a long variable. So if I write this is a long variable. If you want to read this, will you able to follow? Will you able to understand? Definitely no. You cannot able to mean. There is no meaning. There is no meaning. If I separate this one, this underscore is underscore a underscore long underscore variable. It gives a proper meaning as compared to single large variable. I mean larger length of the variable. So if you have multiple words as an identifier, please use the underscore symbol so that it would make more sense. Even can layman understand the code. Clear? So if I ask you, can I for example, if I ask you to someone, for an example, Hemant, can you tell me what is the identifier? What are the, can you tell me how do you define the identifier? Go ahead, Hemant.
Yes, by seeing those, we can define that with the taking help of the rules. As you said earlier, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask. Let me ask Ashwini. Can you tell me what could be the ideal length of identifier?
Sir, it can be 0 to 9, capital A to Z, or any small a to Z, like that.
Okay, perfect. So let me ask a question to Srinath. Can I use keywords as an identifier?
No coding. You cannot use keywords as identifiers.
We cannot use the keywords as an identifier. Okay, Bhargavi, can you tell me the 5 keywords which you knew?
Yes, Koti. Def.
Def. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, none false.
None. Okay, perfect. Go ahead, please. Okay. You have to remember at least 5 because all these things we are going to use. Okay, perfect. Jagan, can you tell me what do you mean by case sensitive in Python?
Like we should use the exact cases, like upper cases or lower cases, whatever we are using, the mirror of the same alphabets we should use. Example,
Okay.
the cap. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, perfect. Now, okay, let me discuss about the state. Are you clear about the identifiers and the keywords? Everyone are clear? Is everyone clear about the identifiers and keywords? Okay. So, let me discuss the.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Any questions? Do ask me. I can answer your questions.
Carry on, no issue.
Okay, statements. So in this, okay, we started the topic of keywords and identifiers. So now we are going to discuss the statement and comments. So in this point, we are going to discuss about the what do you mean by statement. So the instructions that Python interpreter can execute. What are the instructions that given the Python interpreter can execute are called as a statement. For an example, z is equal to 10 is an assignment statement. So what does it mean? 10 is a value. So 10 is a value which is assigned to an object called z or a variable called z.